Hi everyone, Dr. Ray Benedetto here again with another short but hopefully interesting video. Some of these obviously can get a little heavy, like all the flu stuff we've been talking about the last couple weeks. This one's a little bit lighter, if you will. I like to have fun on some of these, keep them a little bit lighter with some information that I think also will still be useful. So what I want to talk about today is some research that I've come across, a couple of things that I want to pass along. You know, when those of us, functional natural medicine doctors, even the general public, talk about natural healing, we always talk about things like diet and supplements and things like that, which are important, right? Those things are important. But I came across a couple of things that some natural healing remedies that work better in some cases than obviously drugs, but also some supplements, natural nutraceuticals and things that we can take. So I wanted to pass some of these along, have a little fun with them. You know, natural medicine doesn't just involve taking supplements and doing diet work and things like that. So I came across some peer-reviewed research, some research literature, which I'm not going to reference in this video, but if you'd like the references, I have them. So just comment or send us a message and we'll go ahead and pass them along. But I have a list of them here. I think some of these are interesting. Number one, colored light. Okay, so this is for acne treatment, right? Colored light versus benzoyl peroxide, right? These are like common acne medications. Combination of blue and red light irradiation therapy found superior to 5% benzoyl peroxide in treating acne vulgaris without any side effects. So treatment of acne. Another study found that blue light irradiation alone was as effective. Obviously fewer side effects. So just irradiation with colored light, blue or red, instead of putting these topical acne therapies on. Pretty cool one, right? Number two, this one's a big one, right? And we're always harping on this with people. Dietary changes versus drug treatment for hypertension, high blood pressure. High fiber, low sodium, fat diet, right? So high fiber, which is in the form of vegetables. When we talk about fiber, we're not talking about breads and things like that. We're talking about beans and we're talking about vegetables and things like that. Low sodium, high fat, superior to the beta blocker drug, metoprolol. Okay, very common drug that's given, right? Metoprolol. In hypertensive patients who had type 2 diabetes. So we had type 2 diabetes, they had high blood pressure, and dietary changes were found to lower their blood pressure more so than the metoprolol, right? Shouldn't be a surprise to those of you who follow what I do on these videos. It takes more work, but it's more effective than just popping a pill. Acupuncture versus drugs versus medications for treating migraines, right? Acupuncture treatment exhibited greater effectiveness than drug therapy, flunarizine, in the first months of therapy for migraine with superior tolerability. Obviously, patients are going to tolerate acupuncture better than the side effects of the drugs. Again, if anybody wants these references, I have them. Just let me know where the studies that these came from. Again, this one's not going to be a surprise. Dietary changes, okay, versus high-dose steroid therapy, steroids, right, corticosteroids, for Crohn's disease, right? Crohn's disease is an autoimmune disease of the bowel, right, the small intestine. So dietary changes, and there were specific ones they used, which is the ones that we preach all the time, paleo-type dietary changes. As effective as high-dose steroid treatment in improving Crohn's disease activity in children, while superior in supporting the growth of children, obviously. You give kids steroids, it can stunt their growth. 2 additional studies found similar results in adults with mild to moderate active Crohn's disease. Change your diet, right? This is an autoimmune bowel disease. Dietary changes. Hypnosis versus Valium for anxiety. Hypnosis during embryo transfer is as effective as diazepam in terms of pregnancy ratio anxiolytic effects with fewer side effects. So that's pretty cool. And hypnosis, right? Have some fun with that one. Yoga techniques versus antidepressant drugs for depression, right? So certain rhythmic breathing techniques that are associated with yoga were found superior to a particular drug for antidepressants in the treatment of depression. So that's kind of cool. That's an easy one too, right? Also, yoga intervention versus drug treatment for IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. Poses and breathing exercises found superior to conventional treatment in diarrhea-predominant IBS. Foot reflexology versus drug treatment for insomnia. Right? So foot reflexology found superior to the drug I can never pronounce these things. I don't know how anybody can pronounce these things. Alprazolam, which is a very common one that's given for insomnia, right? So foot reflexology was shown to be superior. Last one. This one's very common too, right? I know my children dealt with this a lot. Watchful waiting, right, which means doing nothing and waiting, versus drug treatment for childhood ear infections, right? So watchful waiting compares favorably to immediate antibiotic treatment for some children with non-severe acute otitis media. So, we would do that same thing with our kids. A lot of people, they run, the first thing they do is antibiotics, showing here that for some kids, as long as it's not super severe, watchful waiting, just waiting to see if it clears up, or trying some other natural remedies. We always liked garlic drops in the ears with our kids and lots of other fun stuff. Compared the same as antibiotic treatment, immediate antibiotic treatment. So I know when people talk about natural health, and we talk about this with our patients all the time and stuff too, we think supplements, we think diet. Now there were some dietary changes here, but some other things like yoga and hypnosis and acupuncture, they're showing in studies to be as effective as traditional conventional medical treatments, supplements, or drugs. So keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, keep your eyes on these things, and keep an open mind to these things, as opposed to just running right for the drugs, right? Or the supplements. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed this one today. We want to try and have a little fun and kind of go outside the box a little bit. If you did like this information, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up, like it, share it, pass it along to your friends. I hope you enjoy these videos, and today was a fun one. If you have questions, just comment below, and we'll see you on the next video. Have a great day.